The weakest human in the galaxy. That's what they called him. Too small. Too slow. Too fragile. Rejected by Earth's military. Rejected by every alien academy. Rejected by everyone who mattered. The galaxy laughed when he entered the warrior trials. Some aliens even placed bets on how quickly he would die. But 3 years later, entire star systems trembled when they heard his name. Because the same human they mocked became the most feared warrior in space. And when the Galactic Empire finally declared war on humanity, they discovered a terrifying truth. The weakest human had become a weapon even the stars feared.
On the industrial world of New Terra Colony, Ethan Kane grew up hearing the same words. "You're not strong enough." His father had been a famous soldier. His mother had been a decorated pilot. But Ethan? He couldn't even pass basic combat tests. At 16, he failed military entrance exams. At 18, he failed again. At 20, recruiters stopped answering his applications entirely. Every rejection felt like another door closing forever. Yet Ethan never quit. Every morning before sunrise, he trained. Every night after work, he trained again. While others slept, he kept pushing. Not because he believed he would win. Because he refused to surrender. One day, a galaxy-wide announcement changed everything. The Galactic Warrior Trials. The most prestigious competition in known space. Millions applied. Only 10,000 would compete. The winners would become elite guardians of the galaxy. Ethan knew he had no chance. But he applied anyway. Weeks later, an acceptance message appeared. For the first time in his life, someone had said yes.
The trials were held on the massive world of Oran Prime. Aliens from thousands of species arrived. Towering warriors. Genetically enhanced champions. Legendary fighters. Then there was Ethan, the smallest competitor in his division. When strength tests began, the results were embarrassing. Last place. When speed tests began, last place again. Combat simulations? Near the bottom. The audience laughed. Commentators mocked him openly. Many expected him to quit. Instead, he smiled. Because they were measuring the wrong thing. Humans had one trait the galaxy never understood. Adaptation. Most species evolved for one environment. Humans evolved for chaos. Pain taught them. Failure taught them. Survival taught them. Every defeat made Ethan stronger. Every mistake became a lesson. While others relied on natural talent, he improved every day. Small improvements. Tiny gains. Invisible progress. But day after day, those gains accumulated. The elimination rounds began. Ethan's first opponent was a giant warrior from a world with double Earth's gravity. The alien outweighed him by nearly 400 pounds. Spectators expected a massacre. The battle started. The giant charged. Ethan dodged. Again. And again. And again. Minutes passed. The alien slowed. His breathing became heavy. His movements became predictable. Then Ethan struck. One precise attack. Victory. The arena fell silent. No one understood what they had just witnessed. One victory became 2. 2 became 5. 5 became 10. Every opponent revealed new weaknesses. Every battle increased Ethan's experience. Commentators stopped laughing. Analysts began studying him. The human nobody respected kept winning. And winning. And winning. Soon his matches became the most watched events in the competition. The galaxy wanted answers. How was this possible? Then came Carrick, the undefeated champion. A warrior feared across hundreds of worlds. 9 feet tall. Nearly unstoppable. Experts predicted Ethan would finally lose. Carrick laughed before the battle. "You are weak." Ethan nodded. "Maybe." The battle began. For 20 minutes, Carrick dominated. The crowd celebrated. Then something changed. Ethan adapted. He learned patterns, timing, weaknesses. By the final minute, the giant was reacting. The human was controlling the fight. And with one final strike, Carrick fell. The galaxy exploded with disbelief. After the match, galactic scientists began investigating humanity. What they discovered terrified them. Humans possessed extraordinary neural adaptation rates. Under pressure, they learned faster than nearly any known species. The harder the challenge, the faster they evolved. Suddenly Ethan's victories made sense. And suddenly, the galaxy became afraid. Before the trials ended, an emergency transmission arrived. A massive empire had launched an invasion. Entire colonies were falling. Civilizations were collapsing. The Galactic Council needed warriors immediately. The trials were cancelled. A real war had begun. Ethan joined the front lines. The first battle was a disaster. The enemy fleet outnumbered defenders 10-1. Veteran commanders predicted total defeat. But Ethan noticed something. A weakness hidden inside enemy formations. Nobody else saw it. He did. And he acted. Against orders, Ethan led a small strike force. The mission was nearly suicidal. Enemy ships closed from every direction. Explosions shook space itself. Yet Ethan adapted faster than chaos could destroy him. Within hours, the strike force reached the enemy command vessel. Then they attacked. The flagship exploded. The invasion fleet lost coordination. For the first time, the enemy retreated. Humanity had a hero. Years passed. Battle after battle. Victory after victory. Ethan became a legend. Enemy commanders changed plans when his fleet appeared. Entire invasions were cancelled because he was nearby. His reputation grew beyond reason. The weakest human had become the galaxy's nightmare. But his greatest challenge was still coming. Deep beyond explored space, an ancient civilization awakened. They had conquered galaxies before humanity existed. They considered all younger species insignificant. When they encountered Ethan, they offered a warning. Surrender. The galaxy prepared for extinction. Ethan prepared for war. The ancient empire possessed superior technology, superior numbers, superior weapons. Yet they lacked one thing: human determination. Every defeat taught humanity. Every loss improved humanity. Every challenge strengthened humanity. The war lasted years. And gradually, the impossible happened. Humanity adapted. Again. And again. And again. Until the ancient empire began losing. The final battle occurred above a dying star. Billions watched. History paused. The ancient emperor confronted Ethan personally. "You were once the weakest." Ethan smiled. "Exactly?" The emperor frowned. "I don't understand," Ethan answered. "Because every failure became a lesson. Every rejection became fuel. And every impossible challenge made me stronger." Moments later, the emperor fell. The war ended. The galaxy was free. The galaxy never forgot Ethan Kane. Not because he was born powerful. Not because he was gifted. But because he proved something extraordinary. The weakest person in the room can become the strongest if they refuse to quit. And somewhere among the stars, new warriors still tell his story. The story of the human everyone rejected. The human who became the most feared warrior in space.